Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. It's time to have some fun. It is the baseball movie draft. 4 of us, 4 topics. Let's do it. Maybe I should say categories, topics. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. As you heard and as you saw in the headline, we are doing the movie draft. There are 4 categories to this draft. There are the best baseball movie, baseball scene, so you can take, if you don't get the movie but you want one scene, fictional player, and fictional team. The 4 of us will be drafting. It's a snake draft. We've all written down a random number 1 through 100. We're going to find out the draft order right now. Trevor, what number did you write down? He wrote down 45, Jake. Which number did you write down?
69.
69. BBD?
I wrote 23.
Number. And I wrote 18. So the random number is 21.
21, blackjack.
I got 18.
Wow.
Nice. And then BBD's next.
Yes.
And then Trev, in order.
So that's just the order?
Yeah. I'm going to choose.
21 was the number?
Yes.
I had 23.
Ooh.
Oh, you're first. So you get first pick.
We're going to give BBD the one.
Yeah. Because you were closest to the number.
Yes.
Do you want first pick? Do you want wraparound? Do you want the second pick? The third pick might be cool.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning. Take the 3. Is that 3-6?
3-6, yeah.
Third
pick.
overall pick.
All right. BBD's taking the 3rd overall pick. I'll take the 1st overall pick.
Wow. Trev?
I'll wrap around.
So I'll be 2?
Jake chooses the 2 hole. You guys excited for this draft?
I'm very excited.
Okay. Trev, you seem excited.
I am, but you always coerce BBD into picking where you want him to pick. It's incredible.
Wow, calling a little brain
I was
control.
between 2 and 3.
Calling a little brain
3
control
is the
on that
weirdest
one.
pick right there.
I want a tone set for me.
Okay.
Let
me ask you this, because we're going to get into it, I know,
Yeah.
but are we going, we can pick any of the categories during our...
Yeah.
You decide your order of
Your value.
operations here.
Okay.
Jim,
Yeah.
you have the first pick?
Yeah, I'm making one of those charts because I always forget to do that.
While Jim makes his chart, this draft is brought to you by DraftKings. NFL playoff action is continuing this weekend as we get closer to Super Bowl 67. Been placing some bets lately. Football season, good time to do it. And with DraftKings, the official betting partner of the NFL, new customers can bet just $5 and you get $250 in free bets. Plus, all existing customers, you got the same game parlays, rack them up, rack them. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Talkin. New customers can bet $5 on the NFL divisional round and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code Talkin. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Okay.
Jim or Fredette?
Yeah, with the 1st overall pick in the baseball movies draft, I will be taking a movie. I do think it's one of the deeper fields available. But I am such a sucker. Not only does it make my top 10 baseball movies, it makes my top 10 movies. I love this movie, so I will be taking The Sandlot. You get younger kids enjoy it, older kids enjoy it, nostalgia factor. There's not really any like dark, cynical, like the biggest complex issue or whatever is just like a dog, you know? There's never a kid dying like other movies or something like tragic. So it's pretty feel good. And I love The
a kid
Sandlot.
pretends to die.
Yeah. And the Beast is scary, but whatever.
Especially when you're watching as a kid.
Yeah. So
It makes sense for someone like you that didn't reach the show and like that's the only baseball you know.
yeah.
But for me, Trav, BBD.
You let out a big damn when I drafted
What?
the show. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
that was
you
my
did. That's
first
on.
pick.
That's on film.
Yeah.
That's my first pick at the draft. It's a great pick, but like you noted, movies was the deepest category.
Yeah.
So-
there's room for you guys to
Right.
make up ground in this category. Maybe it's not the most strategic, but I listed my top 4 movies. So if you guys grabbed my top 3,
And
I was good. And there was just a big gap from 1 and then 2, 3, and 4. And I love The Sandlot. I could talk
It's
for
a safe
hours
pick,
about
James. It's a safe pick. Like
Yeah.
you went for the most proven player.
And number 1.
He's gonna come.
smart pick.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
No one's gonna debate that.
All right. Well, Jake, you're up next. You have
Okay.
a lot of options available to you.
Yeah. I No, I mean, I think some of the best parts of the Sandlot, I don't think you even explained eloquently, so you almost don't get those points.
I could talk about the Sandlot forever.
I'm going to go.
There's no big, there's no announcer that announces the final game.
A team.
The second act is when they beat the preppy kids. Any
Basically
other kids
have a
movie, that's the
teamless
third
movie.
act.
Everyone moved on.
Yeah. You told me I moved on too quick.
James.
I'm taking you didn't explain the best parts. You still didn't. I am taking a fictional team.
Yep.
I think this is a team that potentially I think is the best fictional team. Because we had some debates about this, like real fictional teams and fictional teams. I'm taking the Cucumbas from Hardball.
Okay. In a fantasy football draft, we call that a reach.
I mean, G baby.
Call that a reach.
I love it when you call me Big.
You don't think you
Papa.
could have got them last pick of the draft as your team?
No. I think that was everyone's. If I need to win the draft,
Were they
pick.
on any of your boards, Trev?
No, the ADP is definitely lower for this. But you know what? If it's about you, Jake. This is what you
And
want.
it's my team.
Yeah.
I mean, sports gambling, kids dying, we're emotional, the headset, like all of that. That's me. I currently have a headset on.
Well, Keanu also. I mean, you have to mention him. He's a vampire who's universally loved. That doesn't come around too
I
often.
get compared to him a lot. So I think it's a team that has a Q score rating of 100. They're undefeated. Nobody dislikes the Cucumbas.
I don't dislike them.
I think every other team that will come up will be
disliked.
disliked.
With their game as I should be.
Oh, that's right. You're young.
Yeah.
We'll watch a movie later.
BBD, you're up.
I think I'm gonna grab my team.
Oh wow! That category is going to be half gone, Jake.
I'll grab the Cleveland Indians from Major League because they're a Major League team filled with fictional players, so they're valid for this. A Major League team.
Major League 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Major League 1.
Okay.
Is
or the Salt Lake City Buzz.
That's Major League 3.
Is that the minor league one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the minors.
Another,
That one was
like
tough.
no doubt first round pick. You went safe there, but definitely not where I would have went with this.
Soft picks.
It's a good team. It's a good
Can
team.
you give
I
us some
actually left
players
him
that
off
you
my board
like?
because
Like-
I was I knew someone else would grab him before me, so I didn't put him on my board.
Is your favorite guy on that team Wild Thing? Is it?
Don't
is
leak
it-
any
Well,
player
we're picking,
options.
we're picking
Other stuff
individual
could be
players
going,
later.
you know?
It opens up my board for
They were a
that
fun
category
team, man.
later.
It's a great movie. They,
It is
winning in
it's a
spite
great
of the
movie.
the owner, the galvanization that happens. A bunch of losers coming together. No one
a
wanted
good
them.
identity.
Yeah,
So they're a fun squad to root for. A little older.
yeah,
All right, I got 2 picks now.
yeah.
Mm.
Now, are you
So
gonna?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, interested.
I'm gonna go with player. I'm
Okay.
gonna go with player because I think you guys might have had this on your radar because he did actually play for your team. And now I'm looking at your reactions, and maybe this is a reach, but when you think about the tools that this guy has, I mean, he was Shohei Ohtani before Shohei Ohtani was a thing, and he had the theatrics. It reminds me of myself in high school ball. Steve Nebraska.
I
from
love
the
that
Scouts.
pick. I love that pick. He is the Ohtani. I actually was thinking you weren't going to say Steve Nebraska, and I was going to counter and say Steve Nebraska is more of an Ohtani than that guy. But you did say him. I love that
Dunked on
pick.
a little bit.
Yeah.
He was playing ball and living his life, and then they
Hot.
brought him to New York, and he ended up throwing a perfect game in Game 1 of the World Series, and he struck out
After
every batter.
being on the roof, the helicopter entrance, like that guy knew how to put on a show.
Big.
Also, just like a good dude, he loves doing laundry. I also love to do laundry, so there's a lot of similarities there.
I mean, big couple weeks for Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
True.
Wow. Good
I
for
like
him.
that pick, Trev. I think he might have been available for you, but I may have snaked him. So
I just figured the Yankees aspect. There's 3 of you guys. It's tough, so I went there. This one, the next pick for me, this will be my wraparound pick. It's a scene of a movie, and another one that hits home for me because I have an older brother who I competed against a lot. Now, this is one of the most debated scenes in any baseball movie. It's the Dottie and Kit Henson at the end.
Damn, I like your draft right now, Trev.
Thank you. Thank you. Because in my mind, I think Dottie dropped the ball on purpose there. Now people remember
Absolutely.
she went out to the mound and said, high heaters, can't hit him, can't lay off him. Well, Kit finally got one of them high heaters that she did hit. Runs around the bases. Now Dottie Henson never drops the ball, but she knows she wants to go home. This is her last game, and she knows Kit has a future in the league. Kit runs her over because she's always trying to beat Dottie. And then Dottie kind of like just drops the ball so easily at the end.
Well, it's the whole
I've always
thing.
thought that.
Oh, I think anyone that doesn't think that isn't like understanding that that's what the movie is. She can't get her own tryout without her older sister. Her older sister had to do everything for her. That is Dottie releasing Kit to the world as like her own woman.
Okay.
Like, you overcame that last obstacle. You're free now. And then when they have her as an old woman revisiting the Hall of Fame, how do they know that it's her? Well, she doesn't drop the ball because Dottie never drops the ball. She could be 80 years old and she's going to catch that ball with her bare hand. So I think definitely on purpose she dropped it. And that's a great scene.
A scene where a player crushes under pressure and loses the game. Very Trevor Plouffe.
BBD, back to you.
Back to me. I think I'm going to grab a player now. I can, if my board's opened up, because if I came away from this not with the Major League team, I would have felt compelled to grab one of their players. But now I can jump to the Sandlot. I'm going to take Benny the Jet Rodriguez for all the talent in the world and really nice kid. Didn't tolerate bullying. Likes to give everybody a chance to play.
Does he have a good career?
He steals home.
Right.
He's a pinch runner.
home.
Right.
so-
He's kind of
The
like
Jet steals home. The Jet steals home.
like a
fun.
quadruple A guy.
He's fast.
He's fast.
And he was
Awesome in Little League.
He was a really
a
good,
lot of Story
a really good neighborhood
It's a good
kid.
story around.
Is
Yeah,
this
he
a-
tamed the beast, you know?
He tamed the beast. I
But
mean,
was he
Benny the
like
Jet.
was
He's
he like
iconic.
Gore, like Terrence Gore, or was he like
No,
Tim
don't-
Castro?
don't-
What were we doing?
Tim LoCastro?
He got some
yeah.
slap it around time. He was better than both. He was like Ronald Torres.
You
for
pick
a
him up
season.
at the later of
He's
his
playing.
career. But, as a quick peek.
I mean, he had a long career because he says he doesn't have the speed he used to.
That's true.
He stuck around, which you
Are there
a lot
any
of credit for
numbers
that.
out there on the internet, like his career numbers? I'd love to see it.
Ooh, that's a good. Should look him up
I
before
bet
taking
I bet
him, but-
later on, after he was done playing, his numbers rose because defensive metrics showed up, and all of a sudden, this guy was undervalued.
Well,
instead of
a good
guy that
nickname
kinda just
is
slapped it
great
around.
too.
He's finding ways on base.
Benny
Good
the Jet's a
nickname.
good nickname.
Benny the Jet.
Yeah,
It's iconic.
Okay.
yeah.
It's iconic.
Beavers.
Ben Rodriguez was his
Great
name, right?
pick.
Yeah.
Benny the
Benny
Jet
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my player. I don't think this
Wow,
guy
you guys-
might have been on Jimmy's board. But with the wraparound, I'd rather get my player out of the way because I know Jimmy's already taken his movie and there's tons of scenes. So I'm going to take, a Hall of Fame kind of guy. I'm taking Stan Ross for Mr. 3000. Trev, can I ask you, how hard is it to have 1,000 hits in the Major League?
It's very hard. That's 5 seasons of 200.
Right.
It's probably like 7 good years.
How
for
hard is it to have
1,000.
2,000 hits? God.
Nearly impossible.
Now 3,000 hits. I mean, that's a hell of a career.
Creme de la creme.
So Stan Ross. I'm a creme de la creme kind of guy.
I didn't know that was that character's name, but good.
He also,
He's
if
a
you watch
bad
the
guy.
movie,
Didn't all his
he
teammates
ends up
hate
with
him?
2,999 hits.
Yeah,
so-
he bunts instead of getting the 3,000s
Right.
hit. So.
But that shows growth as a guy.
Well, let's not spoil potential scenes. That
Yeah,
we're
and that's
taking.
yeah,
come on.
can draft that scene.
Scene draft.
Sounds like I won't.
But no, it's a story about growth.
It's a story about growth.
So what it was? You took Stan Ross for your player, or the
player.
movie? Okay.
Player. Yeah.
You know what I like about Stan Ross is he was an entrepreneur after the game.
Yep.
At the game, he had his hand in at a restaurant. At the end, he has an ice cream truck.
All the
He's
greats. You.
his entrepreneurial
A-Rod.
spirit. Yeah.
All right, I have back-to-back now, and you guys have all taken your player, so it doesn't serve me to take that. Just leave it for the last pick of the draft. And my back-to-back picks right now are going to be brought to you by Blue Moon, Jake.
Yeah. Trev, you were juiced up about this the other day. I was sipping on some Blue Moons this past weekend. You guys all know Blue Moon. Blue Moon's kind of a step up. And Blue Moon, I've been out to the brewery, the Sandlot Brewery, Jim. Sandlot Brewery.
Yeah, my
Jim?
movie. My movie.
Sandlot Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Orange. How do you feel about that? Iconic.
It's a color.
BBD said Benny the Jet.
Gagas. The Gagas are now
The
black and
Gagas.
orange.
Oh, little teaser.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens for a little bit.
Yeah.
Blue Moon, refreshing flavor with the Valencia orange peel and the subtle sweetness, hints of coriander. Belgian-style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. Hello. It's
Kinda
Blue
goes
Moon.
with anything.
It's Blue Moon o'clock, people. Make winter feel like spring training. Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale. Get.bluemoonbeer.com/baseball. Check out your delivery options. Why not? Drink and stay home. That's what my dad used to tell me. Get.bluemoonbeer.com/baseball. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing, Golden, Colorado.
All right, I am in a bit of a pickle here on scene. I know what team I want, but I think I'm going to make that my third round pick. I have every scene that I had on my board is still available. Trev took Dottie and Kit. I have one from that movie, but I don't think I'm taking it. Man, there's so many good scenes. That was my favorite category, actually. I don't think I should draft one from the Sandlot, even though that's on my all-time thing. I have then 2 Sandlot picks. I still haven't made up my mind between the 2 I want, or the 3 I want.
Go with your third round pick in your second round. That'll make us think a little bit.
It'll improve the value of that third round pick if you do it right.
It's true.
No, because my third round pick, the team I want, isn't chalk, and people aren't
You're
going to
want
like
that
it.
to be 3.
Yeah, people are going to be upset if I draft it 2, but it is a good draft for people that listen to the app. This is tough. I'm going to be so upset if you guys take one of the scenes I'm not taking here out of my 3. Let me see. God, I'm the only movie off the board. Trying to not double up, or is it good to double up? I'll take the one I wanted. Jake taking the cucumbers. I have a scene from that movie.
Oh.
And it's when he puts the headphones on and starts playing. I don't think the rest of the movie holds up, but I think, and that team's not great. They're actually pretty bad.
An iconic team.
But that scene, I like it when you call me Big Pop, and the kid gets into the zone. I think it's mimicked by kids. It's like a strategy people try to do, like play out a song in their head, and he starts mowing them down. The other coach, you can't do that. And they're like, why? And then he goes and cries in the corner, and kids get smoked by the cucumbers. Yeah. So that's the scene that I want. I think there's better chalky picks, but for people that have seen that scene, you remember it. Like, you might not remember
100%.
that movie, but you remember, when the kid listens to headphones and pitches, there's no way you forget that.
That scene's played on Jumbotrons all throughout minor league baseball fields, even some big league fields throughout every single game. It's great.
Great pick, Jim.
And then
now let's hear this reach.
I'm taking the Angels from Angels in the outfield. You have God on your side, and literally, like, you have Angels making plays for you.
Major League team plus God.
I mean,
Tough team to beat.
Yeah, they got McConaughey. They got Tony Danza. They're hot as shit. Plus, they have an angel that will just fly you to the ball or take the foul pole, bend it so it's now a fair ball and it's a home run. Like, tough to beat a team that's got God on their side.
Divine intervention, literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you also are a big fan of paper out of baseball. They didn't have to have paper in baseball. They could play wherever they want.
Yeah, I mean, their faith. They were the one team that can say, like, I'd love to thank my faith in God for helping me out here and really mean it.
Like, they knew
truly
God
understand, this isn't a guess. God was on my side, not yours.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's my
And
team.
a great manager. I like it.
Some good picks there. I love the movie scene.
You're up, Jake.
That team. So I've taken the cucumbers. I took Stan Ross.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame kind of guy.
You campaigned that it was awesome that he had 3,000 hits, but he actually didn't have 3,000
Jim,
hits.
he could have had 3,000.
Yeah.
But he's a team player.
Yeah,
and life's not all about numbers.
Yes, I'm just saying that your selling point was how cool.
He's a Hall of
3,000 hits
Famer
were.
because Jim, the whole point, having 3,000 hits
Yeah.
is having 299.99.
No.
I'm between movie and scene.
Two choices left.
Movie's got more opening as I'm the only one to take a movie.
BBD took a movie, right?
No.
Team
Oh.
and player.
He took team and player.
So Major League the movie hasn't been taken yet.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Major League the movie.
All right, I'm glad
It's
that was
my favorite baseball movie.
I'm glad that was
Round 3?
Yeah, I think that's the best.
Yeah, value.
I think that's
What?
I think that's the
Best
best value in the entire draft.
And
That's
you got a Cucumba scene. A
You reach for that.
controversial first pick, but people are like, wow.
well, I got
And
my,
now
I'm
it's
happy with
Sandlot.
You
Sandlot
fully
1.
made up for it.
I'm happy with
Wow.
It's on those two
Value.
for letting you get that in the third round.
Sheesh. That's my favorite baseball movie.
Yeah, it's
Winning out of spite is like my favorite thing.
I mean, Sandlot and
Forgotten,
then
rotten, blah.
Sandlot and then Major League were the top two movies on my board easily. There's a big space
Wow.
after those.
I don't know if I have those. I mean, I have other movies close with those and on par.
Major League's pretty high on my list. If I didn't feel as great about my secondary team options as movie options, I might have said that wrong, but it would have been the movie I targeted. But I was like, I'll get the team.
Well, BBD, you are now up, and you have movie and scene open.
Mm-hmm.
Trev goes after you, where he is going to take a movie.
That is true.
Little strategic.
So the scene's on the board no matter what. That's a helpful reminder because I was gonna go scene because my movie is a little off the map. So
You don't like all
you.
the all
Sorry,
the help
Trev.
I'm giving.
Trevor, I don't. I'm gonna be surprised if you're
No.
upset with my movie pick here. I want bench warmers.
Oh,
It's funny.
Oh.
My good friends in that movie like that.
Oh, my God.
I don't-
Swordson.
oh.
Yes, Nick Swardson's
In the
that
Fantasy
movie.
Football League.
I was too old for that movie. It was the first time I saw
figured
a
it
movie
was
and
a
realized
little too
I'm
recent
too
to
old for
be-
this.
Figured it's a little too recent for you guys to like it be in your heartstrings.
Yeah, because we were too old. I think you need to see that when you're 12 or under for the first time.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with your age group loving it. I was just 18, so I was like, oh, I don't think this is my demo.
All right.
Trev,
Dig
you
that.
get to round out your draft here.
This is it for me. And I wasn't really going into this draft looking for the best value or having the best draft. I wanted it to be personal to me. I keep reminding you guys of that. So
Not a good draft
If-
for you.
if I wanted to pick a movie that I thought was like the best movie, I would have
you take
picked
that
A League
higher.
of Their Own, which I believe is on par with Major League. And I believe it is on par with The Sandlot.
That's
A
my
League of
number
Their Own
3.
is-
We just agreed. That's my number
incredible.
3. Yeah.
Good flick.
but I'm not going to pick it
Okay.
Smart.
Fair.
because I don't want to have two of the same things. I
Yes.
don't want to have scene. I don't want to have movie.
I agree with that as well. You
But, I
can't
mean,
double up.
Summer
We could
catch.
talk- Marla Hooch. I mean, what a hitter. It goes on and on.
Yep.
I am
That's
going to
not
go with
where I
something that's
start.
near and dear to my heart.
No one's ever
have you ever-
promoted A League of Their Own and led with Marla Hooch before. That was insane.
I love Marla Hooch.
Okay.
The way she just
Marla
like
Hooch
breaks,
stock.
and her dad is like, "See, Like,
Mrs.
fucking
Hooch
look,
is
bro."
hilarious name for someone.
So I am going to go with, if you guys know, my dad was a pool man. My grandpa was a pool man. I played Little League in
Wow, Oh, he's really
California. We
doing it
had
himself.
misfits. I almost named my son Kelly after Kelly
Oh,
Leak, the bad boy cigarette smoking motorcycle riding motherfucker. I'm going with Bad News Bears, the original 1976 with Walter Matthau and Tatum O'Neal.
Walter Matthau.
It spawned other good movies when they go to Japan. That's great. They play in the Astrodome. That's great.
You're not taking those then. You're just taking the original.
I'm taking Bad News Bears, the original, just because there's a lot of similarities to my youth in that. My dad was not drinking beer in the dugout, but he was a pool man.
A lot of
that
people are going to like that pick. You're going to get a demo that BBD isn't going to get.
Right. Different demos.
You guys
for
like,
guys.
put a spike in the earth and you're on each side with those two.
For my team,
Yes.
now let me ask you guys a question.
All right.
Have I ever played in the playoffs?
No. Well,
Was I part of
Blitzball. Twice.
Was I part of many mediocre teams in the show?
Saw a couple.
Yeah.
But did we have heart on those teams? I am going with the Milwaukee Brewers from Mr. 3000
Wow.
for a couple of different reasons. One,
Wow.
I love the mentor aspect that Stan Ross brings in. We got the guy T-Rex who just thinks he's the best, but he has to learn how to actually play baseball.
Should I watch this movie? I've only seen it once. I've never seen it.
You got to watch it.
Hilarious.
He learns how to be a team player and get along with everyone. I love the two Latino brothers up the middle, rolling double plays.
You should be respected more, man. Good movie.
And many a times in my big league career, we were fighting for third place, and we took pride in that baby. And I think that's what they ended up getting.
Man, I think that was the point that was toughest for me at the end of the movie the first time I watched it, when they all stand on the chairs and chant third place. I'm like, I think I'm out. I think I can't root for you as a movie.
Yeah, we never did that.
I think I could root for you as a movie if that's the come together scene.
But the camaraderie that ends up happening, the closeness of that team, I felt that before. And that's my draft, people.
Wow. Trevor Plouffe kicking off the final round of the draft. Brought to you by Manscaped. Breaking. Manscaped now sells beard products. Whoa, we got a couple beard.
I
just got this in the mail.
Wow.
Just got it in the mail
Look at
today.
us. 4 beard guys doing a show together. And they've got the brand new Beard Hedger Pro kit. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make sure your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com using code Talkin for 20% off and free shipping. Cordless trimmer rotary wheel. Yes, yes, yes. 20 haircut and lengths all in one guard. I like that. We're simple, waterproof, titanium coated T-blade. And they got the shampoo, conditioner, beard oil, beard balm. They do it right at Manscaped. So get 20% off and free shipping with code TALKIN at manscaped.com. That's 20% with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code TALKIN. The Beard Hedger. Hello.
Trav's got a question.
Yeah.
Why did you look so surprised when it was like, we can use it for your beard now? Like, have you been using your Manscaper lawnmower for your beard as well? Like going back and forth?
I don't know.
Jake's kind of a toes to fingernail shaver.
Because you look
Up the leg,
surprised, like,
up the
oh,
torso,
they
down the
haven't
arm.
had a beard one?
Trev, I don't want to tell you a lot, but I mean, I don't know a ton about shave. I've used a blade because there's not a lot of hair that comes in on my face.
What about when you grow those goatees?
That's a razor. I'm around it.
I don't think you've had to declutter before.
I don't
that
have a lot of
process
facial hair,
before.
but maybe I'll get in the Manscaped game. Seems
They
like
sent
you
us
guys,
enough
you guys
that
are
I've been
about
able
it.
to have a face and a not face.
Jimmy's
A
put
guy
his
dressed
beard on
like
my
that should
face
be able to
before.
grow facial hair.
Yeah, I've put my beard on Jake's face.
Jimmy
before.
trimmed his beard with a
That's
trimmer. Manscaped trimmer, put it on my face.
Yeah, super glue.
All right.
Trav, you have to take your team.
He did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Just did.
I wrote it in movie.
I think
So you have
BBD.
Ooh, fair. Yes, I have to take my scene and wrap up my draft. I'm gonna take the no crying in baseball scene.
Heard of it.
Iconic, very quotable. Comes up a lot when you play.
I mean, Jimmy Dugan has many, many lines in that movie that we all can recite, but there's no crying in baseball. It transcends the movie. It transcends
Yeah, it's the
baseball.
iconic line.
It transcends everything.
It's the one that I think has the most carrying power.
Yes. Jake, are you going to take a scene from the movie A League of Their Own?
I am not.
Okay. I have a scene that I like from A League of Their Own. I would have taken that, but because this is like a big time reach. But when he gives the pump up speech, when he's drunk as shit and it's just gibberish, and he's just and then walks out, and they're left to look around and be like, "What? That is such a good scene." That's my
It's a good moment.
yeah.
I love. Hold on. Let me get one more Jimmy Dugan thing in. When he goes into the church and like he's doing his thing, he doesn't believe, but then he like realizes, oh, I better turn around and kneel and give a little,
Sign
Father,
of the
Son,
cross.
Holy Spirit. Oh, so good,
Yeah.
so good.
Great stuff, guys. Genuinely.
Jake, you have to draft a scene.
I'm going to take a scene from a movie. I support crying in baseball. I just want to say that.
I'm so
like a
excited to
good
talk
cry.
scenes after the draft. I have like 5 on my board.
There's a couple things that define me as a person.
Short,
Mm.
Short.
hairless,
No.
silly.
Dumb.
I was gonna rip off that a little bit. You mentioned short, but that actually works.
Yeah.
There's the youth and the love of baseball. My mother, I love my mother. I have a blind belief in myself for no reason.
Okay.
And in the movie Rookie of the Year, his juice runs out
Yeah.
in his arm.
Yeah.
And so what does he do? He looks over to his mom,
Yeah.
and she tells him, fling it up there.
Oh, and she says fling.
She doesn't.
She says like loft it.
Loft it.
He says float it.
Float it.
Float it.
Float it. Yeah.
The Ephus pitch.
Float,
I've read
float it.
about 3 books in my life. One was about Rip Sewell in the Ephus pitch.
You read the whole book about an Ephus pitch?
Yeah, man.
Sounds so
Because I thought that might be my ticket one day. And for Henry Rowengarter versus Big Pete, not Big Pete, he gets him. And that's a moment for me. He's got his loser buddies in the stands that are hyped for him because his buddy's on the Cubs for no reason as a little leaguer. There's mom. There's a crazy old guy in the stands that he's hyped. It's a beautiful scene, and I'm taking it.
Okay.
The problem with that scene, there's a dark element to it. As if you notice
Look
in
at
that
me.
movie, Henry only gets the girl because he becomes a big leaguer. She wasn't feeling him when he was dropping balls in the outfield.
Wow.
What do you think she's gonna do when he's got no arm anymore?
Yeah, it's true.
He'll run to his mom.
I also have a scene from that movie on my board that is also just like a personal favorite of mine. Like I've never drafted it, but when they go on the boat trip and it's like, good luck.
Oh, yeah, that's good. They're going to try to get the chicks in the boat.
You know the song. Yeah, because they've been working on the boat all summer.
Yeah.
And he's been ditching them to be a major league player. And they're like, we just got to be kids again. And then they're splashing each other with the girls and flirting. And that song's playing. Is it Good Lovin'? Or give a little bit, give a little bit of your head. Is it that song? I don't know. I love that scene. I used to have a VHS and I would have it play. I just put it in and played that scene when I needed good vibes. I
don't
probably did
wanna-
that once or twice in my life, but
It's a great scene. I actually gave this lesson to my son Teddy, and I don't mean doesn't mean everyone, but I said, Teddy, girls love boats, bro, and he didn't know what I meant. And then kind of asked his mom, and she's like, I said, do you love a boat? She's like, I love a boat. I said, see, so it made sense. The scene made sense.
Jimmy's looking up to see what song it is in there.
Yeah.
You told Teddy girls love boats, huh?
Yeah.
This could be.
As long as you know early.
Gotta get onto the tube.
a baseball
Talking over
song.
it a little bit.
Bow, 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 bow. Copyright.
Yeah.
Nah.
Did we finish the draft, or do you have something, James?
We got to finish the draft.
I'm left.
Jimmy's
I have
left. Final
player.
pick.
I have fictional player left. And this is near and dear to my heart. I love catchers. I'm taking Crash Davis, king of the minor league home run, which is a dubious honor. Wins the girl in the end. He's a mentor to young guys. So in the end, he can look back and get his coaching tree and reflect on that as well as the home runs. Kind of a gritty grinder guy. Gets to a team instantly, like basically is the manager, you know, because he's got so much status in the minor league system. The bar fight scene is awesome. Couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. And then he throws the pitch and misses him. And then Lelouch is like, damn, that's such a good scene. He got punked so bad. But yeah.
I thought you were going catcher for sure.
Yeah,
I thought
it was,
you might
it
have
was
went
Jake Taylor or Crash Davis, but I like Crash Davis more. I mean, the bar fight scene and then telling the batter what pitch is coming because he got shook off and then yelling at the batter for watching it. Like he was like a crazy director of that whole situation. That's another good scene. And Bull Durham is my top 4 movie with the other 3 we talked about for sure. If the ending wasn't 15 minutes long, I'd like it more. But like the movie ends and there's 15 minutes of slow love story that you're like, this is still going on?
Well, there it is.
Yeah. To round it off,
Wow.
BBD has Benchwarmers as his movie, No Crying in Baseball as his scene, the Cleveland Indians from Major League as his team, and Benny the Jet as his player. Trev, you got Bad News Bears as your movie, the Dottie and Kit play as your scene, the Brewers from Mr. 3000 as your team, and Steve Nebraska as your player. I like those 2 picks a ton. Jake, Major League as your movie, Float It from Rookie of the Year as your scene, Cucumbas as your team, and Stan Ross as your player. I have The Sandlot as my movie. Like It When You Call Me Big Papa as my scene. Angels from Angels in the Outfield as my team. And Crash Davis as my player. I like Crash Davis as last pick in the draft. I like the value I got there.
That is nice. Jake's not a fan of 4A guys, though.
No.
Although he's just the 3A guy, right?
Show guy.
He got time in the show.
Yeah, a little time in the show.
Ungodly breaking balls in the show.
Oh, you ain't lying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
No fungus on your...
You see one of those
Trousers.
tumblers coming in, and you're like, whoo, whoo.
The trick play scene from Little Big League, that's an awesome one when they all shake their hats and put on the fake pickoff play, and they get Griffey at first. I had that.
Lot of scenes.
Yeah, the fireworks 4th of July game in the Sandlot. If I didn't draft Sandlot one and movie was taken, that would have been my first scene taken. I'm surprised it didn't go, but I didn't want to match movie and scene. But that is maybe my favorite baseball scene of all time.
It's a lot of good scenes. I mean, everything in Major League.
Yeah, the rookie when he throws and the speed limit sign on the side of the road says like 78, and then it flickers as 98 or whatever the hell the numbers are.
Chills.
Yeah. Actually, for the rookie, it's when his dad shows up to watch him play and he gives him the game ball. Oh, I cry. The end of that movie, that's tear-jerking scene for me.
Joaquin Phoenix, he starts hitting the water.
Yeah, the aliens.
I mean, it's
a good one.
That's nuts.
For Fictional Team, I had Rockford Peaches.
Right.
And I thought that movie could have offered us a lot more.
Yeah.
We only got 2 scenes from it. We didn't get a player. I thought the Rockford Peaches would be a team. I thought we'd get a player and a team from there. I thought that movie would get all 4 categories.
I hope that people are like, listen to this part and understand. I think that is my number 1 baseball movie. I mean, I wanted to pick, I just didn't want to double up. There's just so many like absolutely timeless moments in that movie. I think from like beginning to end, it's the best movie also, like better than The Sandlot, better than Major League. I think Sandlot and A League of Their Own are my top 2.
I think A League of Their Own is the best. It's a better movie than Major League. Major League is a better comedy.
The people in that movie are hilarious too. Madonna's in it.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie.
Rosie O'Donnell.
You're there.
Is that Roseanne?
Madonna,
person, right?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Gina Davis.
Yeah.
Hubba Hubba, by the way.
Okay.
Which at what age?
Beetlejuice.
Is it Summer Catch where Jessica Biel comes out of the pool?
Yeah.
We're doing Hubba Hubba times.
Yeah. A lot of people are going to be like, well, no Roy Hobbs for best player. Boo.
Ew.
Roy Hobbs.
Ew.
Knocks out the lights.
Billy Chappell for pitcher. I had him. Nuke LaLoosh.
Yeah. These are all obvious.
Yeah.
I like Willie Mays Hayes coming out of bed to beat everyone in the race.
That would have been the scene. One of the scenes I
That's
would have
probably the
chosen.
winner.
That's the scene on the board.
Yeah.
I thought about saving Roger Dorn for my player because he had a
That's
really good
nice.
career and he reminds me of Trev.
Oh.
That's so mean.
Trev, get your body in front, man.
I know. Roger Dorn. I get it. 24 too.
Take one for the team.
How about this? The scene in
24.
Inglourious Bastards, Eli Roth, the baseball bat. Does that count as a baseball scene? Because that's a pretty...
Sure.
Different vibe for the team.
Woo!
Different vibe for the team.
Good draft, everyone.
Proud of us.
Nice funeral episode, too.
I'm glad Steve Nebraska got picked. I was surprised he went number 1, but I'm glad he got
I had to
picked.
get him. He's the best player by far, like, in this draft. I mean,
Trev sees
he's
a lot of himself.
electric.
Hall of Famer.
Wow. All right. Tell us what you guys think we missed and
Sound
why
off.
you're so mad at us. And subscribe to the channel on YouTube.
Watch this far. Subscribe.
Yeah, come on now.
Why didn't they
Check out another episode we've done.
Dun-dun. Da-da-do, body. Shh.
Nobody went with Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Field of Dreams has some scenes, but
A lot of options.
it's not even a baseball movie.
Who's going to be the next Kevin Costner? He's just in all the baseball movies. We need a new Kevin Costner.
In New Baseball.
Coach Ballgame. He's got one coming out.
Looks like a spot.
I got one coming up, too. I'll tell you guys about it.
Told us.